There's an experience that appears in this called sort of the sense of separation, or the sense of being an individual. It's the experience of being in the body, or the sense of having a body. And that experience engenders a longing. It's a discontented experience. It's an experience that something about this is incomplete. That something about this needs to be fixed or needs to happen. And the experience is that I am the one that needs to do that. This isn't perfect. This isn't okay as it is. And the experience is that through enough experience, the right knowing, this will become, or my experience will become, what's longed for. And that has something to do with feelings and thoughts, that I will be continually having a feeling that I like, and I'll continually have thoughts that I like. That's pretty much it. That might be sort of projected onto the world, in that there's ideas of what the world needs to look like for me to feel that way. A lot of times, if it's idealistic, it's unicorns and rainbows. If it's materialistic, it's lots and lots of money and houses and things like that. Now, that experience, that all that needs to happen, overlooks this. It necessarily overlooks this. It overlooks it because this is nothing to it. It's not anything that it can get anything out of. That experience of separation is one of needing more. It needs more to happen. Fundamentally, it doesn't care what it is. I know I just said it once, endless happiness or anything like that. But it's actually quite happy to be unhappy as long as it survives. Now, that whole experience is an illusion. It's an illusion that happens for no reason, the same as everything else. There's no purpose in it. There's no meaning in it. It feels, though, it has the experience that its experience has meaning and purpose, that its experience has value, and all of that is related to the end goal that it has, whether it's internal or external, rainbows or material wealth, or whatever it is that it feels like it's going to fulfill it. And that experience overlooks this, which is already complete. It's already whole. Now, why that doesn't mean anything to that individual is because it can't be experienced. It can't be known. The only thing that has value to that separate experience is what it can know, what it feels it can add to itself. It feels like its idea is that the right knowing, or the right experience, where however that is, internal, external, is going to be where happiness, fulfillment, enlightenment, God, realization, any of those things are hidden. But they are actually not hidden. It's actually where this message, where these words are coming from, wholeness or nothing, is the same in everybody already. It's all there is. Everything is already unconditional. It's already that way. But that, let's call it a reality, is overlooked because it's not something to add. It isn't anything to get. It's nothing to that separate individual that feels like this is incomplete. So, in that way, even the separate individual is that same wholeness, is that same completeness. This meeting and what we're talking about has nothing to do with self-improvement, has nothing to do with finding anything, having the right realization. It merely points out that what's longed for, not what's wanted, those are two different things, but what longed for is unavoidable because it is all there is. It's already everything. And that wanting energy will never find it because it's nothing to it. So that's kind of the platform, the conceptual framework, where we can talk about it, if you like.
You just raise our hand?
Yeah, or you mean after you just scream at me. Yeah.
What age would you say that happens?
Okay, so time's a funny thing, right? There isn't any. Yeah. So I could give you an answer, and there probably are some, conceptual answers, but that really is an explanation of how this becomes this, and it doesn't. But all that being said, around two.
So you can look at a baby beyond 2 and you can see that they're just raw.
Yeah.
What's occurring.
Yeah.
Rather than.
They call it the psychology calls it the oceanic experience.
Mm.
It's not an experience, but it's not an experience because there isn't anyone to experience it. The individual comes out of that separate energy, the wanting energy, comes out of a tension, a contracted energy in the body that arises for no reason. And the first thing that comes with that contracted energy is the experience of knowing of here, a position. And timelessly, it all happens, like that, timelessly. Out of that comes the owner or knower of here. So there's here, which is just free knowing, here-ness. And then there's an I know I'm here. And that is the experience of separation. Then suddenly there's a me here and everything else out there. And the whole mechanism of wanting to survive, the experience that my life has meaning and purpose, that this is somehow incomplete, that all starts with that. And then as it grows up, it's reinforced because all the bodies around you are saying, yes, you're a real separate individual as I am.
So with the time not being real,
Yeah.
And just what is that continuous? How would you describe?
Well, how could there be continuum if there isn't any time?
So moments still even exist?
No, exactly.
Okay.
No, it's wild. It's wild. Yeah. That separate individual, that separate experience lives in a world where it has the sense, it's the CEO of its life. It's the controller. It has the levers and buttons to make things happen. And it lives in a sort of a threatened reality, but it feels secure as the controller of that being threatened because there's forces outside that can affect it. And that is an illusion. There is no controller. There is no executive to this.
But the illusion has so many levels of defenses built up. It feels very safe.
Well, it doesn't. Fundamentally, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Because in the end, it knows, although it hides, death, which is fundamentally what all fear is, the fear of death. But in its bubble, as it can, negate these ideas or push them away or say death happens in the future and never now, which is actually the only time that death ever happens, then it can feel safe. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you articulated it so perfectly, but is there any way out? If we are identified with the individual.
So just to be clear, there isn't someone here who's not identified. There's just simply everything, all at once. It's just all of it. And then in that everythingness that this is, there arises a separate individual that feels like I'm a something and everything else is a something to me. And that's an illusion. That is the everythingness or the nothingness appearing as that. So there isn't anyone to get out or in. There is already nothing separate. It's an illusion.
I experienced that illusion.
No, you don't experience the illusion. What you experience is experience itself is the illusion. So where this comes from, what's longed for, isn't another position, isn't another knowing. What's truly longed for is unconditional unknown.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
When you dream?
Dreams happen.
Dreams happen.
Let's just be clear, right? There isn't anyone here.
Right.
And there isn't anyone here But there isn't anyone there either.
Right. Okay,
So
so there's
dreams
anyone
happen.
there,
Dreams
dreams happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so then emotions and things like that
Yeah.
are experienced in,
No, they
are,
are experienced, but
are
they
happening
Yeah.
within the dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Uh,
No, so
the dream
nighttime,
happening.
dreams happen. The only dream is,
Uh-huh.
the only illusion is the sense of separation, the individual. Dreams and thoughts just happen.
Okay,
So there's still dreams, there's still thoughts, there's still feelings.
right.
There just isn't anyone that cares about them.
Okay.
There isn't anyone interested. As you can tell, this just becomes completely flat and boring.
We're looking for champagne, right?
Champagne's
Yeah.
good.
Is it fair to say, oh, I'm sorry, is it fair to say that where this is coming from or happening or just appearing is unknowable and therefore just unknowing?
It actually isn't coming from unknowing.
From,
It is unknowing.
and then just remains,
Well, it doesn't remain, it
Just
just
is.
is unknowing. But that includes thoughts, and this can recognize a carpet. And so that's all unknowing appearing as whatever it is. It's emptiness happening. I'll use all these different words just because who knows, it is. But emptiness, nothing.
and yet what's interesting is then it happens with a certain consistency
Only in the dream.
in the dream based on
Yeah.
conditioning to make it look like it's a real story of me.
Oh, but that is the experience of what's happening. The continuum has a reality to it that it doesn't.
Yeah.
The dream of the individual is one of living time as a continuum. So this isn't it. This is a result of the past, and it is the cause of the future. That's the dream. There is only this. It doesn't come from anywhere, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just...
Isn't it somewhat conditioned by the conditioning? Like,
Well, conditioning is just conditioning. But
it seems to be
wholeness-
directed by that. So it's sort of
wholeness isn't conditioning.
Like,
It's unconditional. The experience of the individual is one of being sort of trapped in conditioning and its experience. It's sort of like being a straitjacket of right and wrong, good and bad, and ideas of idealism, all that stuff, trying to get somewhere. That's a straitjacket of the individual. But that happens as nothing. That's nothing happening as that straitjacket.
yeah, I guess the observer then, it's like how many babies are born based upon the conditioning of, people and society. And
Well,
then you look and you
for the
see all the
individual,
populations.
for the individual, and for emotions, if there's someone, it all seems to matter. It all seems important because it's all reflective of that separate experience which has an idea of the way this should be.
Yeah.
And so it's always struggling. It's always struggling. It has an idea of what perfection is, an idea of what we're talking about here, and there's no way. It's impossible to have an idea of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
It's unknowing.
Well, but I'm looking at, societal type things.
Yeah, but
And then if
that's
it just be a
saying
bunch
what
of ants
happens
and they don't know
matters.
what's going on
But that's
in the
coming
other
from a
log.
position that it matters.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it goes, if that's the position, you'll see an individual with that position is endless. What matters is endless. If you get this square and this hole, then that's finished, and then the next thing needs to happen. It's always about what's next. So if there wasn't any conditioning, there'd be something else next. There would always be the need of what's next. Always. Because this isn't it. fundamentally there's something incomplete about this for that sense, the illusion of separation.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll always be the need of what's next. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it sucks, but there's nothing wrong with things sucking. Not always. I understand. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not.
Right. You said it's impossible for us to know what we're, anything,
No, it's impossible to know nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Is it possible for no reason to fall into, or to come about a deeper resonance with this?
Oh, yeah, that can happen.
But for no reason,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
on its own.
I mean, I could give you a story about it like I did about the children. There's sort of, sometimes there's an openness to this being about something else. That wanting doesn't hold. A friend of mine said he had gone to somewhere to do, hallucinogenics or something like that. And he resonates with this. And it just, sense, when he told me the story, I got the sense it was actually a bit boring. Just because it wasn't an answer that's really longed for. It's the end of the questioner, which is longed for. Which is the most feared.
That's the moth to the flame. type
Yeah,
of-
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's about love. It's just all about love. And love isn't hidden in anything. It's just everything. But the love we're talking about isn't an experience that the individual can have. That's separate. It can't have it, and so you can't know it, and so for it, it's nothing.
So a ways back, I was, the progressive path and all that, it was like past the fear is the love. It was almost like you know what I'm saying?
I do, oh, absolutely.
Make it through.
Absolutely.
The love is on the other side, type of thing.
Do you know that idea is the foundation of all religions? That it is up to you, that there is separation? Judaism will say everything is the infinite. That's just the basis of the Kabbalah. Everything is the infinite, but not you. You have to do something about it. It doesn't make any sense. Christianity does that. Priests are between you and God.
Horrible.
You have to do horrible. It's actually all innocence.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't know.
No. Well, there isn't anyone.
Yeah. But they always said the God is over there,
Yeah.
And you hear a little thing
Yeah.
walking around. And where did they got it from?
Well, if the individual hears this is pure, it won't have the experience of this being pure. So it has to fundamentally, to understand what that means, project it into some sort of condition, rather than everything is already pure, which it is.
Which is,
Yeah.
yeah, that's I was thinking too. And what is separation it's coming from? And I remember even but I remember, how can I get to that one?
Yeah.
That is all absolute, So you have to come up with, as a child, and you have to come up with some idea. Then you watch adults, how they do it. This is not really there. Nobody really, but it's like, how to bridge that, It's always been there, kind of. So I think the sense of being separate, I think, comes from that everybody enforces you. Really.
No, it doesn't actually. It comes from a contracted energy in the body. See, when there's that contracted energy, that sense of separation, a sense of being a person, suddenly there are 7 billion or 8 or 9 billion people.
That are separate.
But that's part of the dream.
Yeah.
people here will think they're talking to a person because it can't, the concept that there's nothing here doesn't make any sense.
Because that contracted energy really are like so.
Well, because if there's
It
someone,
sounds solid.
if there's a me here, the experience is there's a me in everybody.
And then the whole world.
Yeah.
It's whole world exists and everything is separate.
Jim, can
Yeah.
I ask if when there is,
What's that?
when unknowing of that, when that contraction drops,
Yeah,
there's still conditioning.
yeah.
And that conditioning is also an expression of
Just to be
wholeness.
clear, it isn't an expression of wholeness, it is wholeness being conditioned.
Wait, can you, I didn't quite understand.
It's just that if there isn't any one, is there still conditioning, and the body's conditioned, yeah.
How so? Can you elaborate on what, how do you?
Well, this body, let's say, has a history of, well, I'm 25 now, so.
What's good?
It has an apparent history of 25 years, maybe 26, 25 years. And so that's still, that's this appearance of a 25-year-old.
So, okay, you mean just like things you've learned, how
Yeah.
to do things, how to
Yeah.
cook, things like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I guess I meant to ask the conditioning and just the, I don't know, kind of even like relationally,
Yeah.
that there's patterns that you've learned over,
Well,
that are maybe helpful.
A
or not.
lot of things, most of it just doesn't have the energy of that wanting. And so if there isn't anyone, of course, there isn't anyone, and so there's no relationship.
Yeah.
Is there a period where like this conditioning, you go from having this conditioning or experiencing conditioning, and then when this falls away, is there a disorientation that
Only-
happens?
So for the individual, it lives in a time-bound reality,
Right.
a succession of events. And if there's an openness to what we're talking about here, I guess anything really, if anything suddenly happens, which it doesn't recognize, there can be some disorientation. Of course, wholeness is not disoriented,
Right.
but it appears as disorientation. And for the individual, yeah, I mean, sometimes there can be disorientation. Something I just want to be clear about, this doesn't actually come from anywhere.
Right.
So there isn't an actual individual that then becomes what is. So it's kind of, well, not kind of, it's a story.
It's hard to speak about it.
Well, in some ways, yeah. In some ways, I think conceptually, there's a couple of, difficulties, like when you're trying to discuss time as timeless, it doesn't work. But conceptually, a lot of it does make sense. In the end, it doesn't. But logically, you can follow this logically for quite a ways, but it's just understanding. But it doesn't follow through because there's nothing at the end.
Right.
It's like a syllogism. In philosophy, you have syllogisms, which are just structures of if this is true, then this is true, then this is true, then this is true. There's just nothing at the end.
Yeah.
There's no conclusion. And the beautiful thing is, well, a couple of things. One is this is already no conclusion.
Yeah.
And that's what's love. That's truly what's longed for. It isn't actually an answer. It's that there isn't any need for, there isn't any question. That's what's really longed for. The unknowingness of this.
This love, this is like non-causal love.
Oh, everything in a sense is uncaused. It's the uncaused appearing as cause and effect. It's just an appearance.
Right.
It's actually empty of actuality or reality. The reality that it has is only apparent.
You said wholeness, of course, is not disoriented,
No,
but it's not oriented either. Is it?
no,
Okay.
no, exactly.
I was wondering, why isn't the message more widespread? Like, it seems like
Oh, fundamentally, it's that bit at the end that there's no actual conclusion, because for the individual, that's very dissatisfying. It doesn't want to hear this. It doesn't make sense to it in the end. Fundamentally, the individual, this isn't a judgment, it's just the way it is. The experience of being an individual is one of being the center of the universe. And some consequences of that are, it's all about me. And a consequence of that is I'm special. And the consequence of that is the solution to what I feel is the problem, whatever that is, the ideas, has to be something special. So if someone dresses up, puts on a funny hat, gets on a stage, has lots of people, that sort of thing, it's more comforting, it makes much more sense. And if they tell you what you can do about it, that really makes sense, that really hits home.
I feel like people haven't even heard it and rejected it. I feel like people haven't even heard it in the first place.
You don't get my emails. Yeah, it just doesn't get traction.
Okay.
It's just not attractive.
That makes sense.
It's just not attractive like that.
Again, your opening thing, you just nailed it, that is my experience.
Yeah.
There's something I have to get to be able to really, arrive.
Yeah,
And,
and you never will.
right, if you look over the lifetime, it's,
No, you just never will.
okay,
Because fundamentally, the experience of separation is dissatisfactory. It's
Right.
dis-ease.
right. What's so, is there anything this illusory self can do to arrive at an understanding?
Okay. If you tell me what you could do to sit on that chair, I can give you a path.
Okay, should I try?
Yeah, try it. Well, then we can jump ahead. There's already sitting on a chair.
Okay.
So there's no path to what is already. What we're sharing is already. It's already. There isn't anything here that's different to there.
Okay.
Except that there might be the experience of being someone. But that's the only difference. This doesn't have anything that doesn't have. That just has some extra.
It definitely does. How did you arrive at this understanding? Or this non-entity of you? How did you arrive at this?
Well, the first thing I did was I gave all my money to my guru. That's a joke.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah.
No, it's a total joke. I didn't.
Were you with
I
a
didn't
teacher,
arrive.
or were you looking?
Well, if someone is open to the possibility of there being no answer to the experience of separation, they will probably have been through a lot of different things. Raw food, brown rice, meditation, Jesus, Buddha, all that. It'll go through all sorts of things looking for an answer.
Right.
Because although somebody said to me, and it sticks with me, he said, I really, when I ask questions, I really want an answer. And he says, I love the fact that I never get one. And there's that sort of two realities going on at once. There's still that sense of separation and the want or the need for an answer, and there's an openness to the not being one.
I can really feel the contraction where I just
I don't
am
believe
not satisfied in this moment.
I don't believe you feel the contraction. I believe you feel dissatisfaction. I get that. But the contraction is so intrinsic as the experience of separation that it's not really recognizable while it's there.
Okay.
It's only recognizable in one moment, and that's when it stops. And it's like, oh, I had no idea.
I mean, I feel the resistance just to being able to completely rest in the moment.
Yeah, well, I'm not. This isn't rested in the moment. There isn't.
Because
a
there's
moment.
no one there, so you're just whatever is.
No, there isn't someone here that's just everything. There just isn't anyone. I know it doesn't make sense, but there actually isn't anyone here.
What do you mean there's no contraction? You can't feel contraction.
There isn't anyone here not feeling a contraction. There just isn't anyone. There's a body
Yeah, that's feeling the contraction.
that, well, there isn't a contraction here.
I mean,
Not
like a
happening.
sensation.
Well, there's sensations, yeah.
Yeah, sensation.
A
I don't
little
know
chilly
what
in
I meant by
the
contraction.
fingers.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, and maybe a gripping in the stomach or, nervousness
Only
in the
if the
chest.
bear. Only if there's a bear. Bear created gripping in the stomach.
Oh, but we have so much societal stress and nervousness.
There is no society. That's just part of the dream, the hope of repairing everything.
Yeah.
So the individual does two things really. It either wants to fix itself or it wants to fix the world. It's a consequence of certain conditioning when it's little.
Yeah.
It decides whether the parents are responsible or it's responsible. And as it grows up, that becomes, and so it wants to repair the world, it wants to repair it. It feels like in the reparation of those things, it will find peace. So I can't remember what we were talking about. It's overlooking that everything is already at peace.
Yeah.
What is unconditional. It's not looking for a better what is. It just is everything. So the desire for a better society is what is, or wholeness appearing as that. It's not interested in it not being there or being there. It is just the fullness of this appearing as that need for it to be different. Why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That's freedom. It could be anything.
Jim,
Yeah.
is there a difference in the perception of time, like before contraction drop?
In a sense, there's a difference in everything, but not for everyone, anyone. It's different and it's not.
Okay.
So there's still chairs and bodies and that sort of thing. I think the question actually revolves around, is there someone here having a different experience and there isn't? It's a surprise that there aren't people. When suddenly there aren't any people, it's like, oh, didn't know that. Seemed different than that, or there isn't any time.
Right. Like the passage of time, could you say it like feels different? Like
It does, it's not an experience, but there isn't that experience of a passage of time. There's a functioning passing of time. This, oh man, somebody ought to tell me when it's
Yeah, what
3:30.
what time?
3:30.
What time of the break is it?
Yeah,
3:30?
yeah, I forgot my watch.
So I have to.
Yeah, thanks.
Now.
So that happens, that sort of brain activity or whatever happens, but there just isn't an experiencer of time. There isn't an experiencer of a continuum. But there isn't an experiencer of no continuum. What it is just obvious, this is everything. It's not connected to anything else. There isn't anything separate to connect it to. This is everything. And sometimes this appears as riding on an airplane, sometimes it appears as planning to ride on an airplane. But it's just everything.
Did you finish the guru story?
Yeah.
You should pay a lot of money.
Oh, I didn't. I said it was a joke.
No, but did you ever answer that? Like what your path was, or the person in your
No.
body?
Yes, I did.
What did you say?
I said if there were a path to sitting on the chair, there would be a path to wholeness.
Okay. Thanks.
It's so dissatisfying that the individual is not only is it convinced that this isn't it, but it's convinced that something needs to happen. And so it will look, and what it's convinced needs to happen is a better experience. So this, as it is, can't be it. It can't be that simple. All sorts of stories will come up, like I tried so hard, done so much, all these things, all these complications, wasted time, whatever it is. They'll just have an endless amount of stories of why this isn't it. Overlooking the fullness, the wholeness of this already.
So you could turn your attention away from seeking enlightenment to just something else.
You can't, but there's an individual with free will, and you can look at psychology, they'll tell you there's no free will. Some of them try to hedge their bets and say there's only free will, but that doesn't sound like freedom to me. Anyway, it makes no difference.
The process is already,
There isn't a process. In the end, for the individual, everything is a process.
yeah.
Yeah. In the end, of course, this being timeless, there isn't. For the end, as long as it's an individual, the experience will be there's a process. I know a process of becoming more or less enlightened, getting closer or further away from what's longed for, which is just a dream. There isn't anything closer or further away from what is. It's awesome, isn't it?
So it seemed like from your introduction that how this happened in the first place was the contraction established a sense of longing.
Yeah. Well, it's the same. It's actually the same energy.
Yeah.
The contraction
Yeah,
and longing.
becoming.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and then, I mean, without it being a method, so to speak, or a process.
Yeah.
It's really just the reversal of that.
It isn't. There is no connection between the individual and wholeness. The process doesn't have any actual connection between wholeness and that experience of a process, because the process is wholeness.
Right. But what about the sense of seeking and the sense of wanting that established the self, the illusion of the separate self in the first place?
It's
What
the
if
other way
that
around.
started to diminish?
It's the other way around. The individual creates or is a seeker.
Mm-hmm.
All individuals are seekers.
Mm-hmm.
All individuals are wanters. It's just part of the sense of
But
separation.
if that sense started to.
It makes no difference. You might just have a smaller me
Mhm.
or a better experience.
Mhm.
There is no path to what is already.
Because it's already immediate.
It's all,
It's
well,
just-
yeah, immediate. It's already. It's faster than immediate.
Mhm.
It's timeless.
I think that would be even more outrageous for me, is to realize there's no time.
Mm.
Over there's no people. I think I
Yeah.
would find that more out. I would be more stunned by that than like the people.
Mm.
I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd have to surmise.
yeah. The truly surprising thing is there isn't anyone.
Yeah.
There isn't a knower to this. It seems so fundamental to the experience of separation. It seems so fundamental to it. Well, its experience. It is experience itself. That not being there seems like an impossibility.
It's like if there's no knower, then there can't be time.
Yeah.
Because there's no knower of the time.
Yeah.
Or if you go the other way and say there's no time,
Yeah.
then there can't be a knower. So either way, it comes
Yeah.
up zero.
Absolutely. It all comes up zero.
Yeah.
This is a really wild zero,
That's
right?
awesome.
Where do you think the where does the excitement come from to be in a meeting like this when nothing comes from it? Like, because usually excitement in there's an excitement when there's something to be gotten at the end of something.
Yeah.
But I've been in these meetings a few times, and I'm so excited to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if there's an individual, there'll be, a subtle, even if it's a small individual, a subtle need to go somewhere. And that need to go somewhere will hide what we're talking about. And at a meeting like this, what we're talking about will sort of resonate. It'll go, yeah.
So the excitement doesn't come from the individual.
No, I wouldn't be excited about this.
Right.
No. Unless it misunderstands it and thinks it has something to do with practical non-duality. There's somebody out there that does practical non-duality. And if everything is already not two, isn't that the end of the story?
Like applied non-duality.
Applied non-duality. That's
But what could you possibly apply it to?
absolutely.
That's
It's a joke.
Were you always so lighthearted and easily?
Oh,
laughed?
always, yeah.
Always.
People love me.
No, I'm serious because there's another person who speaks of this and he laughs a lot too.
Oh,
Very
right.
natural.
Yeah,
And I just wondered if that freedom,
yeah.
that ultimate freedom that comes with this, is something. I mean, as a seeker, were you more serious and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was serious business. I was going somewhere.
spending lots of money?
I was actually.
Let me ask, so what do you, like, other non-duality teachers, are they missing the boat by talking about, like, being aware of awareness and all of this?
That's just something else. That's just not what we're talking about here. That's just something else. There is no one aware.
I draw it just because it seems like the same thing you do.
Oh, totally. Oh, I understand that. Yeah. People make this into a religion, into a path.
Or how so? Like, what do they do to make it happen?
What was it? Oh, this is the popular one. This was on Zoom the other day. I've listened to your videos and things, and now I'm he didn't say depressed, but something about lethargy or something like that, which is taking what we're talking about personally, which is just another way to make something out of it for yourself. Because this has nothing to do with you. It just has nothing to do with you. There isn't a you. It's not about you. It's not for you. It doesn't even recognize you.
Because that's you, that's the individual yourself.
Well, there isn't
Illusion.
one. There just isn't. There just isn't one.
How do you, what do you do with illusion?
Yeah.
You can't. It's like a fake energy, yeah?
No, it's not fake. It's just what it is. There's nothing wrong with the illusion, there being an illusion.
I was wondering about like the non-misleadingness of the message.
Yeah.
Like there's like no value in it being not misleading. So it seems like you might as well be like up there saying like there is separation, you're real, this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And then it would be like the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have any value either way.
Right.
But there's something here that, and it's kind of recent, like in the last year or so, there's such a love that's just how it comes out. There's a love of unknowing that it's not quite right. There's a love of it. There's just a love. And so that's how it comes out.
Okay, this is the second time you've said love, and
Oh,
it's
man.
a subject object. I mean, at least the way that we use it and think of it is it's. a
Oh,
subject.
yeah, it's not that.
So I understand that, but you're reaching for that for some reason. I know it's hard.
I'm not reaching.
But you use that word to
Yeah.
describe.
I should say unconditional love.
Okay, nonetheless,
Okay.
can you explain why that word in particular is
Yes.
the one that you choose?
Yes.
Instead of pizza.
Yep, absolutely. Because that's what it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, I'm only here to help.
Is that recognized immediately that it is this love, this unconditional love? Is that recognized?
It's
and
not
you
really
formulate
recognized.
it?
It's not really recognized.
Okay, but so that you use that word instead of the other lots of words.
So you're imagining, because in the individual it lives in a process, that there's a process going on here.
Yeah.
It's just obviously unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
That's unreflected. This doesn't know that. Can't know it. Doesn't want to either.
Probably because there is no caring and there's no investment in anything.
That's not why. That is a result that there isn't any investment, not because there's someone here not investing, but there's nothing to invest in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I come from another end? What is the definition of love?
Unconditionality.
Unconditional. Oh, unconditionality is the essence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boundarylessness.
So why throw love on there?
Because that's what it is.
So it's
Does
like
that
the boundary.
have any correlation to our meaning of love?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
So when you say unconditional, it has nothing like, a child can break your favorite vase and you just love that person no matter what. It's not that kind of.
It's a love that loves what it doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I just don't know how you say love without having a lover.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that would be fundamentally the same sense of how can this be talked about without it being known?
Yeah.
How could anything happen if there wasn't someone to know it? If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
But no one ever knows it.
No one knows
said,
what this
no one
is.
ever.
Yeah.
Well, anything.
Yeah,
Talking is always, no one knows what
that's
was
right.
said.
That's right. It just happens. Yeah.
So it's the boundarylessness that makes the message come out as it does. Like you could just replace the word love with boundarylessness, and
It's not
That's a
because of boundarylessness. It just is boundlessness, boundarylessness. It is nothing. It is unknown. And the thing I can't tell you is that that's all there is. That's already what's happening. There isn't actually a difference to anything. It's all already boundlessness apparently happening. It's already like that. Even the sense of separation, that the sense of separation and the feeling that something needs to happen is equally perfect, is equally unconditional love. That sense that it should or shouldn't be, or there's a right or wrong, or good and bad in that way, is just a story. It doesn't have any reality outside of the story. And even that story is the same unconditional love, perfection. That's absolute freedom.
can you say something about like it developed in the last year, like you got more of a love?
Yeah, well, I didn't get more of a love. I guess you could say there was a deepening, and that revealed more love, more unconditional, that this was actually more about love. I probably, if you went back and listened to earlier videos, it would come across a little more intellectual, a little serious, more serious. It's just deepening. It's just in some way unimaginably, because I remember when there was still a me, there was a moment like, oh, there's even less. It's just nothing. It's unimaginable. It's simple, but it's unimaginable.
So
Yeah.
used to, I don't know if you still do, but used to say anarchy. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, I
still
quit
a
that
term?
because it just creates a reaction in people.
I just-
Freedom is a better word.
Yeah. Wondered if love and anarchy are in the
And well, it's all the
Awesome.
same energy, because the anarchy of this is the unknowability of this, the insubstantiality of it, the timelessness of it, which is the unknowableness, is the love of this. Not of this, but the love that this is. The unconditional love that this is.
I
So,
like anarchy.
What's that?
I like that term anarchy.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But I was a punk. I was a punk in the 80s. Anarchy was the thing. Conditioning.
so is there a sense that even the horrible things, that whatever the horrible things we can imagine, are also
Unconditional
Unconditional
love.
love.
Absolutely. It doesn't make them not horrible.
but nonetheless
Yeah.
there, that is sensed as unconditional.
It's not sensed, it's just obvious. It's not sensed, it's not separate. It's undeniable.
So as horrible as the reaction to the thing may be,
Absolutely.
there's likewise,
Well,
it just is.
horrible reaction is unconditional love being horrible reaction.
And the thing that the reaction is to likewise is
Absolutely.
seen as.
Absolutely. That might be a little bit of an indication of why it's not very popular.
And the punishment of the horrible thing.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
is also.
Oh, it's all
I mean, the
that.
whole
It's all
string
that.
of
It's all
events.
included. It's boundlessness.
Yeah.
It's all included.
Yeah. That helps a lot right there, for
Oh.
people who are upset with society. That, I think, helps right there a lot. I think.
Okay.
No.
The individual, I think, so I don't think it actually helps the individual in any way whatsoever, what we're talking about. But what can seem to happen is, unbeknownst to the individual, is there can be a resonance with this, and that resonance will have the effect of loosening that contracted energy, which the individual can't want, because wanting it would be just another tension, trying to get somewhere. And that can, even by the individual, be seen as helpful.
There's someone who once said that the objects in this room are more real than the sense of I am.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Oh, well, the I am is the sense of, is an illusion. The objects in the room are nothing objecting. It's not really objecting, but being object.
So they are informed in case, in fact, there, wholeness
Only
apparently appearing as that,
Yeah.
whereas the sense of I am is,
It's so unreal it doesn't even fall away.
yeah.
It just never was.
Did you say that the contractedness is pushing us towards the presence of
Which presence?
the now, the
Yes, it's pushing towards a now, and now and presence are still part of the dream of me.
and the now is the presence of the dream of me.
Oh, and now is the me. The me wants to be now. And if you practice being now, it'll be a better experience, basically. It'll be a goal.
Right.
Because there isn't actually now. Because there isn't actually time.
But does it push us to the unconditional love of the
No, nothing
experience?
pushes.
Or,
It's impossible, isn't it?
yeah,
If everything is already unconditional love,
yeah.
how do you get closer? Wah wah.
Well, it's just I had an experience about 10 years ago where I had like this non-causal love. Just
Yeah.
It was just, my heart like just broke open,
Yeah.
and I went for a walk with my dog, and then I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was like laying on the ground having a heart attack,
Yeah.
and the whole hospital was just this is an experience.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I had the best time in my life. Yeah, I was gonna say it literally. Yeah.
A literal architect.
A little, yeah, they opened my chest.
Oh,
They did the whole thing.
But it started with bliss, kind of?
Yeah, well, it just, I am not dedicated to any kind of practice, but I'll go and do a retreat and then just for an experience. And so, I don't know, for some reason, I was drawn to go meditate. I sat down and I just started saying, I love you to my heart. And then, you know, and I'm just like melting this honey, you know, this non-causal love. And then I had a heart attack.
Well, that'll teach you.
Yeah. It was so funny. Yeah. My dog's walking all over me and stuff like that. You know. I asked the lady if she'd give me a ride to the hospital because it's just down the street. You know. Yeah. There's no alcohol in an ambulance. Oh, that was one heart attack I've had too. Yeah.
Jim, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but is what is like a constant contradiction of itself? Because
Only to the me, conceptually. Understanding what we're talking about, it would seem like it's a paradox. A contradiction.
How did you mean the question?
well, yeah, I guess it only comes when it must only come when there's an energy of separation. But if nothing's happening, it just seems like there's so much happening, you know?
Yeah.
It just seems, and it seems like there has to be a why.
Yeah.
And it is like, so even when I'm dumbfounded, and it's obvious that this is, that there's no rhyme or reason, and that there's no bottom to this, there's also an excitement and a fascination, and then that seems to there's a question, like where did it come, where did it come from? Yeah.
That is a hard, it's a hard thing to get your head around.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
What we're talking about is literally unacceptable and unbelievable.
Yeah, and I mean, like trying to coordinate like how you're defining, reality, and then how you're defining apparent reality. It's like,
Oh, that's easy.
is it?
Oh, yeah. So reality is the dream of the individual that this is part of a continuum.
Okay, no. I was saying the reality, how you describe no time, no space.
Yeah.
That I'm calling that reality.
Oh, got it.
And then the apparent reality,
They're the same.
they are the same.
Yeah.
But in the apparent reality, there's causality.
Yeah.
But then there's not causality.
Yeah. It's just an appearance of non-causality as causality. Same thing. Non-duality.
Okay.
So when it's no me, it's just happening.
It's already just happened.
It's all, yeah.
But when there's a me, it
When
seems like
there's
it's happening.
me, then it's happening to me, and then it's cause and effect and all these things. But the same things are just happening for no reason
Yeah.
and for nobody.
Yeah.
So that appearance of absolute, for example.
Yeah.
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 So absolute appears, it's not sound, so it's still absolute.
Yeah.
So what is you can call that is unconditional freedom,
Yeah.
because when we are talking things happening, like opposite. So when it's unconditional freedom, anything doesn't matter.
No. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't have anything because it's unconditional and it's freedom, so
Absolutely.
we can do anything.
Wait, and that doesn't matter either.
No, I don't know. It's like going almost in there. But yeah.
So is that kind of a loophole then?
For whom?
Well, if there's apparent causality, then you can apparently do something
No.
to bring about the uncause.
No. Well, that's a mind fuck.
That's just nonsense.
You saw it when you said it, you're like, oh,
It is incredible how people outside of this room and in the world will listen to this message from people who are interested in it and excited or just contemplating it and want to sort of ruminate a little bit on it, and they just have that look in their face, like I do with finances. I'm like,
Glaze.
yeah, how you say the word accrue, I'm like,
If-
I'm out.
if you're lucky.
Yeah,
If you're lucky.
right.
Otherwise, it can be, what is it? I think it's somewhere in John or something. They say, somebody went and talked to Jesus. He came back and they said, well, what did he say? He said, well, if I told you, you'd throw stones at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, these people
Nobody
just,
has stones, right?
just out of pure love, they're trying to be respectful and hear you out.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
And I mean, right, and if they barely get there,
Yeah.
because you can just tell that the lights
Yeah.
went out mid-sentence.
Fair enough. I mean, it doesn't actually, it doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
most. It doesn't make sense.
I think we might be the ones that,
Yeah,
might be off.
yeah. We're not. No, it's so obvious that it's actually going sane.
Yeah.
Rather than going crazy.
Yeah.
It's so obvious that the me is really a bit schizophrenic.
Because you can't talk to anyone about
It's
this.
sort of there's no energy here too. There's no energy to tell anyone any of this. There's not even any energy here to tell anyone here about it.
You can't even say it's an individual sport, It's not teamwork.
No.
Or individual.
No.
It's unbelievable.
Is there any disquiet in?
It's actually all of the above.
Yeah, all wholeness that means everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there any disquiet in being surrounded by that energy there?
Which energy?
The personal energy.
Oh, not at all. Oh no. Well, there aren't any people.
Right.
There isn't a story. There is no story to what's happening. People will tell me there's a story,
Yeah.
but that's not a story. That individual believe they're telling me a story, but there's no story to it. It's just what it is.
That's no less or more comfortable than being in the environment.
Well, there's no one interested in being less or more comfortable. They're just less and more comfortable.
But it's not less or more comfortable. There's not less or more comfortable.
I mean, yeah, of course, there are things that this and probably conditioning and other things that are annoying.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that in particular is not just being surrounded by that personal energy, that illusion of self.
There is no experience of a person here. There are
Correct.
no people.
I guess my question is, yes, that being the case,
So
does less or more comfort arise?
there are no people.
Yes, correct.
So if there's a personal energy, that's a dream that another body might be having, but this doesn't see that.
Yeah.
So there isn't a more or less, it's just what is.
And there's no particular response that arises to that.
No, there's particular things like that the energy of, spiritual people are gross. They're always better than you, and they're always trying to get somewhere, and they want to tell you about it, and they've had some sort of realization that was really important. That was a bit of a joke.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Is it a total joke or just?
No, it isn't a total joke. It isn't. No. That does get this going a bit.
Okay. That's what I was looking for, thank you.
Yeah. The middle seat.
Oh,
in coach.
who gets the arms?
The middle seat does.
You're supposed to.
That's the rule. The aisle gets the aisle arm and the window gets the window arm. That's the rule.
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
It's not obeyed.
What's that? Not obeyed? Well, if you get someone that doesn't fit in their seat,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Well, and technically then the middle seat would be the best seat because you have two arms, whereas the other one just has one on the other. But I split the arm up and immediately say, hey, you want the front half or the back half?
Listen, you're the cheater.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about that?
What if the me wants to know what it's like for there to be no me.
Oh, okay.
And so it asks what happens here as a reference point to know what it's going to be like for them. And there's no relationship, but they're satisfied when they get an answer. And so we were talking about what this, which has no relevance to anything at all. How when
What are the airplane seats and the aisle and the elbows and all that?
middle seat is annoying.
It is what?
This doesn't like the middle seat.
Doesn't like middle seat. Oh yeah.
It actually doesn't care. It doesn't care that it doesn't like or it doesn't enjoy spiritual people. It just doesn't care. There's just annoyance. It doesn't matter. I hit him in the face and walk away. I don't.
You probably should get some good publicity.
Yeah, this would be so much better if there were more people here, right? He's always looking for something.
I think one of the things that one of the things that fascinated me, or I just couldn't stop watching the videos and coming back here, is because that question of why and what it's all about. No one could tell me different. There wasn't that question.
Yeah.
And that and I'm not, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And it's fascinating that could even be, because everyone, most people that you run into seem to be on a path and have that same question, and it's, what is it all about?
Yeah.
And at some point, it just kind of clicked that, he's not bullshitting when he says that there's nobody here.
Yeah.
And that,
What happens to questions about what should I do for work? Because apparently I need
Here?
to make money. Or
What does this do about it?
there are questions like that here. But there's no one to do anything about them, I guess.
No. there isn't.
But I'd like to know something.
What's that?
I'd like to know the answer.
Oh, of course you would.
Would you say there's doing but no doer?
Oh, absolutely. That's all there is.
Yeah.
That's already the case.
Yeah.
See, I think that's what makes people feel better is whatever happens, it's fine.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's fine. It doesn't have any value at all. It's gloriously empty.
Okay, so whatever happens is just simply what it is.
Yeah,
And that you
absolutely.
don't have attachment to it. There is, there is no. Take it back.
We're gonna get out one of those little jars, you have to put $1 every time you spare.
It's something to talk about because we're so used to just
Yeah,
regular
totally.
sentences.
Well, no, it's not regular
Semantics.
sentences. It's not semantics. It's the energy that makes sense. It makes sense that there's someone detached. That we're talking about detachment. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or awareness, or a now, or any
Just
of those
habit.
things. Something I'll recognize, something that'll make sense to me. It's not really a habit. It's fundamental to the experience of separation that this is about me. If it's just this, then it must be a this that I could know.
And because there's no time, it's not habit because it would not be the countless times it's been repeated.
There
It's
is
just-
no reason why it isn't. It just isn't. It's not because of this isn't here because of anything. There's no answer. There's no explanation.
Are you sure?
No, there's no certainty at all. But there isn't any doubt.
That's the thing, if people, whether in, who you're speaking to or just in regular days, would say, prove it.
Yeah,
What you're saying.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's your response?
Oh, fuck off.
Swear to
It's a
God.
dollar.
Prove it to them.
I probably wouldn't say that. Well, I just did, didn't I? But anyway, no, that the me wants it to be proved, wants to know. It's just another knowing. It wants to know what we're talking about. And what I can't tell the me is that what's truly longed for is unknowing. That's what love is. It isn't a condition that's been big enough to accept everything. It's unconditional. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
That's just gorgeous.
I think that proof thing is one of the stumbling blocks.
Oh, totally.
I mean, because you've got, your traditional, conventional religions, and then you clash with spirituality, prove it.
Yeah.
And then you have your scientists versus your, that prove it. Everybody
Yeah.
needs proof in
Oh,
order to
totally.
believe.
Security.
Right.
The individual, what it does, it has in the dream of separation, it has the experience of knowing certain things. The first fundamental thing is here, and I am awareness, the witness. So those seem to be unshakable realities that I am. And then it builds on that. And there are certain things that it does actually have the experience of knowing. It's in its experience, right? But then there's a lot of stuff that it doesn't, and then it just extrapolates into belief. And so that belief is the same energy as doubt, and that's that doubt that wants proof.
The belief is just a huge component.
Oh yeah, it hides it from it. It hides the fact, to itself. It hides that it doesn't know. They're
Yeah.
believing things. Yeah, I know.
It can be that strong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's mind blowing.
Yeah. People blow themselves up through belief. They do all sorts of mad things.
Yeah.
Ice. Ice.
Is it? Oh man, gonna come get me.
It might be a silly question, but does this meeting happen without the energy of the individual?
Well, there is no individual.
You have said before that this is a response to an energy.
That's true.
So it is sort of, that energy you could call the individual, and this is a response. So minus that, this doesn't happen.
That's unlikely, yeah.
It's really unknown, not unknown, because I'm looking like, I really came here, like, really, I feel like it just happened, you call me or you talk or whatever, and just like, yeah, no problem, this, and it just, for a moment, maybe I shouldn't fall down checking. But they were not like, like somebody. So when there's the individual things happening by itself,
No, it's only ever happening by itself.
I'm saying,
It's only happening by itself. Even if there's the experience of being an individual, there isn't anyone doing being an individual.
that
It's
doesn't
just
matter.
nothing appearing as an individual.
So doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, the
Doesn't
you
matter.
can say blah blah blah, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, not anyway, it's just whatever
I
it
know
is.
what I'm talking about. It's
Oh,
just
really?
hard to say.
Byron Katie used to say only always,
Only always.
but that can't be applied in this
No.
case either.
Well, there is no
Always.
application. It's really, really simple. It's just really, really simple.
But you said only, you said, you didn't say only always, you said only something too.
I have no idea.
Oh, I know.
You have to buy the recording, they're very expensive. Well done, you.
I'm always the middle seat. Only always. Oh You said it's only always the way it is.
Really?
Did you say, I think you said.
I don't know,
is
that
that-
sounds a little complicated, but all sorts of stuff comes up.
I don't
There's
know.
just this, there's just what is, and there's no explanation.
Did you say that it's immediate? It's only
You could use that word.
I like
It
that.
takes a little bit of time.
For what?
Immediacy.
For what?
Immediacy takes time.
Well, immediacy is like that.
Okay.
Doesn't,
Yeah.
it's no time, yeah?
Yeah.
No, you just agreeing. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want you to.
There's no argument, it's just that it's not immediacy.
So what?
You can't say.
But immediacy is timeless.
Yeah, it's all right.
That was close.
It's hard, well, in a way, it's as if you can get close to everything.
When you were on your path or whatever, were you looking at for the self and trying to see through, like I've spent a lot of time looking at the self, looking for the self. You know?
How's it going? Is it kind of like, who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Who's experiencing this?
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
Exactly.
Right, that's who's experiencing
Yes,
this.
and then you weren't doing that, right? Yes.
Oh, so there was a funny thing. I think the story of Jim's a little bit different than others. There was an awakening in the early 20s when I was in my early 20s, just very recently. And part of that was it was obvious that it had nothing to do with me. And so although I did then start going to teachers and things because what else do you do kind of energy, like lost, that never changed. And so although there was a determination or a desperation, it was never really good at doing it because there was something in here that didn't believe it. It was already obvious it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with what happened or what I had done or any of those things.
If you heard your person earlier, you would go to listen to him like earlier.
But the first time I went to see a guru, There was a lady that wanted me to go, and I said, why do you want to give up responsibility for your life to these old farts? Had no interest. No interest. Then I went.
Did you ever get the feeling like it, I mean, like, for the last 25 years, just going, reading books, listening to podcasts, there's all sorts of things, and attending Zoom meetings, and then just the last couple of years, I just gave it all up, and I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know you were coming to town. Somebody lets me know. So it's
Yeah.
just, I'm just out there sort of, I can't even say experiencing what it is, but just noticing that over and over and over again, there is no me, and over and over and over again, that exactly, if you really dissect it and reduce it far enough down, it disappears.
Yeah.
And so it's, but I don't have a longing to read something,
Yeah.
or study or go to someone. It's just, I thought I would,
Yeah.
because I pretty much assumed I was addicted to it.
Mm.
So would you say the apparent story just apparently unfolds and there's nobody in it?
Oh no, there's no story. There's just, a story is kind of the explanation of my life, is my story. My explanation of my reality or what's happening. And there just simply is no explanation.
Yeah, that question is even like it's like an attempt to get away from the fact that this is all there is.
Yeah, totally.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the thing, we don't have to stay with this. If it
You
becomes
can't
boring,
avoid
we
it.
can
It
go
can't
do
be
something
avoided.
else.
It can't be avoided. What is can't be avoided. Unconditional love can't be avoided.
Well, that's nice, but we could have another subject or, go do something else when we break up from here. We don't have to talk about nothing and thisness.
That's all I ever do. I only talk, even when I'm checking my hotel. I say, can I have a credit card? And I say, well, this is nothing.
I get that. That's nice. I like that. But then again, it's just nice.
Doesn't get much done.
It's a good way of going about things, isn't it? If it makes you laugh.
That was a joke.
But it is the way you must live your life outside of a meeting where I can't imagine how boring this must be to talk about continually.
Oh, do I look bored?
No.
Huh.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Really?
But you also look happy. And that freedom that when you're a seeker, you seek for that freedom. But I like the idea of there being a continuum of it.
I'm sure. The me doesn't just like it. It feels like it's necessary. It's undeniable.
Well, even if I don't say that it's the me, or maybe it isn't the me, it's just this. This has a continuum to it.
It doesn't.
It feels like it has a continuum.
Oh, totally. To the me it does, yeah.
Yeah. And the continuum is just this.
Yeah, absolutely. There isn't a this in that way. This isn't like a now.
Yeah.
There's this as everything, which is nothing. It's the timeless thising, period.
But there will be a new segment. I mean, I know my mind just is going to, there'll be a new segment when I walk out the door and continue my life.
Yeah, that's safety. That's hope.
Mm.
That's what it lives in.
Mm.